It's your boy Manbang.
Manbang. Hey, how's it going? We're IDIOTSYNCRATIC, the podcast,
That's us.
where what we're talking about today is all that matters.
That's it. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Who gives a care about any other thing?
Who gives a friggin' care?
Yeah, who gives a what?
Who gives a what?
What? My name's Alex, and I'm hosting today. And I'm joined, as always, by my boy, Lil Justyn.
Thanks, my Manbang.
Today his name's Poppy Justyn, because he just had a baby.
That's why we had our hiatus.
Yeah, we missed a week. But, because Justyn was sleepy,
I couldn't do it.
because he had a baby.
I just couldn't do it.
He was trying to record, and the baby was like this on his head.
Feed me, I'm a baby, feed me. I was
Yeah.
like, oh.
And then he pooped on your hand.
He did, yeah. He
Projectile.
projectile pooped on my hand. It's pretty great.
Yeah.
It was like a fine turkey stuffing. That's what it was. Same color. A little more. Are you listening to me?
I feel sick.
Look at me. I'm trying to tell you about my son.
It's so disgusting. I just keep trying to zone out when you start talking about that.
I noticed because your face, you were like,
I don't like that you reference it to food.
it's okay though.
I like to eat food.
Yeah. What's your favorite food? Let me reference that.
Melted Snickers.
That actually sounds pretty damn good. What are we talking about today?
Oh boy, we're getting into snide remarks, spelled SNYDE. And I don't know who that is, but it seems like it's a last name of somebody. And Justin's going to be remarking on somebody's last name.
Does my shirt give you a hint at all?
Snyder. Oh, is it Deadpool? Does it have to do with Cable?
Oh, no. But I am excited for Josh Brolin as Cable.
Cool. I'm excited for Thanos.
I'm excited for Josh Brolin in general.
I love freaking Ryren.
Yeah.
I have a man crush on Ryren.
That's why I'm wearing a shirt today. I'm trying to get you a...
Dang it, I should have worn a Deadpool shirt too.
I'm trying to get you all worked up.
Can you see my bulge in the thing?
I actually did almost wear that shirt today.
What shirt?
The shirt you're wearing.
Oh. Hey.
Green Target shirt, right?
I
I
don't remember, but probably.
I get all my shirts from Target.
Yeah, it's pretty legit.
Yeah.
It's not too expensive.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. What's my interest going to be? Oh, yeah. Tabletop fun.
And I thought it was beer pong. But then I came to the conclusion that you have told me what this is and invited me to come do it with you guys.
Yep.
Which I'm very excited about.
You guessed it right on the head.
Yeah. Right on the top. Right on the tabletop.
Right up in it. So hopefully you have a good table. What?
Right up in my table.
Right up in your table.
I got a good table for you.
In top of it.
The table's going to take care of you.
Can I sleep on it?
Huh? Yeah.
I slept on a table before.
You slept on the RV dash.
I've slept a lot of weird places.
At the hospital, there's a ledge.
What?
Like a windowsill, but it's like a ledge. It's a decent size. And
Oh,
I was looking at it, I was like, Alex would probably sleep there.
Oh, I would. Yeah. Bring a sleeping bag.
Yeah.
Dude, I would have been
Don't worry, I
comfortable.
got it. Yeah. I should have slept there instead of sleeping in that chair.
Dude, you should have asked me. I would have let you borrow some of my camping gear.
Yeah.
Like you could have. There's like a little blow up pad. You could have put it on the windowsill
Yeah.
and a sleeping bag. You would have been freaking cozy.
I should have done it because my neck still kind of hurts.
You slept on a chair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad for your traps.
My traps were sore. Yes.
Yeah.
My traps and my neck, like right here. The exact opposite side of where that bee stung me.
Your neck, your back, and your other stuff.
Yep. They were all hurting. Lick them all.
Lick them all. Kill them all.
Kill them all.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and go first this time because I think mine's gonna be really short. So tabletop fun. This is something that I'm kind of new to. I'm getting into it, and it's kind of going back some, you know, because before video games, there was really cool board games. i.e., your Dungeons and Dragons and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I haven't actually played yet, like a legit version, but I was able to play kind of like a make up all your own stuff. Like you make up your own characters and everything.
It's like playing Monopoly with friends. The rules are like house rules, you know? They're not the actual rules.
The dude I played with called it Dungeons and Dragons with mods.
Yeah.
Nice. So
Skyrim and Dragons.
Skyrim and Dragons, yeah. That's pretty much what it was. And specifically, I want to talk about this one that we've been playing called Zombiecide.
Zombiecide.
Yeah. So you can pull it up and like put a little thing right here.
You got it. Zombiecide.
Zombiecide. There you go.
Whoa, look at that.
Yeah. So basically, it's pretty cool because you have different like missions, and it comes with little tiles. So the map will be like different combinations of the tiles. So like harder ones will have like a bigger map and stuff. And you get like little character tokens, and then there's like zombie tokens too that like go on the thing, or not tokens. What are they called? Like little figurines.
Oh yeah, like the Monopoly pieces.
Yeah, basically.
I'm gonna keep referencing Monopoly because I'm sure they share some similarities. But like, no,
it's more similar to like a video game.
But how do you buy the hotels?
RPG video game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but so so like the flow of this game. Well, okay, so all tabletop RPGs, it seems like okay, you start out with the character. It kind of sucks. As you play the game, you can level up and you can find more.
Okay.
Find like weapons and armor and stuff. And the dice kind of facilitates the randomness of things. So like for instance on Zombiecide, if you're gonna like attack a zombie, or if you're gonna try to open a door, because there's like doors like to get to through the map and stuff.
Yeah.
Depending on what weapon you have, it'll tell you like, okay, with this weapon you get to roll 2 dice. You have to roll above a 4.
Okay.
So 5 or 6. You know, and you roll the dice. You know, it's kind of random if you do it or not. But it's like really fun because it's a co-op. You know, it's like all your buddies versus zombies.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
And after everybody's turn, zombies will spawn, and then like as you level up, the zombie spawns level up with you.
Really?
So it'll start spawning like harder zombies.
Really?
Yep.
Are they placed just like random spots throughout the map, or
no? There's like little spawn points, and they'll pop up at the spawns, and they have different abilities. Like some of them called runners can move like 2 squares at a time. So like they're called runners because like you know wherever you're at, they're like you know they come, they come to you real quick. You know, you gotta like take them out pretty fast. Yep. So it's all okay. So what we've been doing a lot is having like adult game days. You know, where we freaking drink a bunch of beer and play. Yeah. And it's so fun. Yeah. It's so fun. We're having this like you get way too into it. You know, it's like. I already knew that I'm like a giant nerd, you know? And I think everybody is, to be honest, though. Yeah. You know, like people just don't let themselves get into some stuff. But if you're totally honest with yourself, it's freaking cool. Yeah. You know, it's nothing wrong with that. It's cool to like get inside of it and then like, you know, you start getting scared. We start freaking out. We're all like planning and stuff. We're like arguing, like, no, if we go this way, the freaking zombie's gonna come over here on the next turn. And you're like, no, but okay, so this guy's weak. Let him go into the room. He'll search the room for a weapon. Hopefully he gets a weapon. Like, you know, you start making all these things, you know? The only thing that sucks is like if you get too drunk, then like you just kind of like stop playing. It's like too hard to focus. You know what I mean? There's like a perfect mixture. Or a couple of the friends we play with are like big potheads. Yeah. And then so like they'll just kind of like just like zone out. Yeah, and then you're like, it's your turn. They're like what? Like, you know, okay, what do I do? I'm like,
you got it, man.
Yeah. It's pretty funny though. Yeah. Oh, and also kind of like speaking of mods, a long time ago I built a game wheel for my wife. We've actually used it before. Yep. And for whatever reason, people always want to make it a shot wheel. which is a horrible idea. Because every single time we've ever done that, like people have thrown up at my house.
On your couch.
Yeah, one time on my couch, this dude threw up a bunch on my couch.
I almost sat on it too. You're like, don't sit on that couch.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it was gross. So knowing this, I always try to make a lot of free spaces. And people are like, no, why is there so many free spaces? Like, you know, we're not going to take enough
Fill it
shots.
up with shots.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, that's a bad idea. Trust me. But this time around, I mixed in like more drinking and also consequences on the game.
Oh, nice.
So like on pretty much all these tabletop RPGs, there has to be a dungeon master who kind of like controls the like
facilitates
the non-player part of it, you know. So I think in Dungeons and Dragons, you don't actually play a character. You're just like
the narrator, the guy who keeps everything together.
Yeah, the narrator / you roll for the monsters. Like if the monster's gonna attack you, like you the dungeon master rolls for them.
Yeah,
they're called DM for short. So just so you know. But yeah, so I put in like DM stuff on the wheel. So like if you spin it, there was one that was called a spawn. Yeah. So if you landed on there, it would spawn a new spawn point randomly on the board.
Oh, what?
Yeah, we never hit
that's
that.
Pretty cool. And is that the spawn points? Those are just for the zombies?
Yeah.
Oh.
So
that's pretty cool.
It made a whole new point where zombies would come out, so it would really suck. And then like to counterbalance that, I put another piece of the pie. It's where if you spin and you landed on it, it was called like free inventory trade. So on the game, you have to do an inventory trade. So each turn you get 3 actions. So like you can move, you can attack, like stuff like that. And to trade with somebody, both of you have to be in the same square. Yeah. And it costs the person doing it 1 action. And I decided like if you roll that free trade, it's like a God mode trade where it's like you can trade anywhere. Like it doesn't matter where you are on the board. Cool. Yeah. And it doesn't cost the action. So like, you know what I mean? I put stuff like that. And then I also put like stupid stuff. Like one of them was a shot lap, where if you landed on that, you had to take a shot and then do a lap around the little courtyard in my apartment. Like outside, you know, the little grass part. Yeah. And also a little modifier on that, it had to be a Naruto run. Yes. And Natalie had to do it. It was pretty hilarious. Yeah. And it was worse too because for whatever reason, I remember why, because it was a friend of the show, Danny Mazza's
Milkman Danny, right?
Birthday. Yeah. Milkman Danny, the king of the millennials or whatever. It was his birthday, so we're like, okay, we'll buy you a bottle. What do you want? And he was like, Fireball. I was like, ugh. But anyways,
nobody wants Fireball.
Sorry, Danny. But yeah, but that made it even funnier because you know how it's like so cinnamony and like
just burning
crisp,
and
and then you have to run. It was pretty funny.
He had to do the Naruto run.
Yeah, Naruto run with the freaking fireball burning in your throat.
Oh my god.
It's like you just ate some fresh gum.
Did you do it too?
No, I didn't land on that. Mm-mm.
What was the worst one that you could land on besides the Naruto run?
Nobody landed on it, but you mean like drink wise?
Yeah. Oh, I guess just on that wheel.
Okay, it was probably I called it turnt, and if you landed on that, then you become a zombie, which doesn't normally happen on the game. Like you just die. But yeah. So if you landed on turnt, you would become a zombie, and then for the rest of the game, you would have to try to like mess up everybody else and like
that's pretty cool.
Like kill your own friends. Yeah. Yeah, but no, it didn't happen to anybody. Cause like, okay, dying kind of sucks because now you're just not playing, and sometimes the game lasts like an hour or more.
Oh, okay. But this is a chance for the people who have died to
be evil.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And try to like attack your friends and stuff.
You need to submit these rules to the creators and say, hey, check this out. There's this alternative style. You know,
all you need is a game wheel.
All you need is to build a game wheel.
Yeah, you can buy one from me. Not really, man. That thing was so much work. Yeah. It was tough, yeah. And I had to elicit the help of my dad, who can build anything with his hands to make it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But, dude, I really want to get into Dungeons and Dragons, like the legit kind. Yeah. But, man, it seems like it takes so much to get into it. Like, I guess on the basic level, it can be easy. You don't need, like, super a ton of things. You could just have like a grid, like a blank grid, and you just draw on it, you know. But it's like that's kind of lame. But at the the more nerdy you want to get with it, the more fun it'll be. Because
Yeah.
you can buy these like little like building looking things to build maps.
Oh
Like
wait,
to go
what?
with your stories.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they'll be like
So it's like a 3D map.
kind of yeah. It'll be like modular for our YouTube people.
Yeah.
It'll be like modular like little squares where like from the top down, like the top is cut off so you could see like oh, your character's inside this building right now.
Oh, what?
You just found a townsfolk in this building. Do you want to talk to him? And they're like, oh no, he was a wizard. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It looks really awesome.
Yeah.
I just I just wish I knew somebody who had like all that stuff already.
Yeah. How much does a Dungeons and Dragons set cost? It's pretty expensive.
Well, okay, so they have like different kits that come with different things. The starter set, which doesn't really come with a lot, it comes with like I think the book you need and stuff and some character sheets. I think it's like $50.
Oh, okay.
And like they're all pretty expensive. Zombiecide was I think $90.
Oh my god.
But yeah. So they're pretty expensive.
Yeah.
And then also too,
Well, they're expansive too.
yeah, that's the thing. You can make it like as immersive as you want.
Yeah.
Really, you know.
Just
And
depends on your imagination.
They have blank character sheets where you can make up your own characters. Like,
Yeah.
that's what we did, you know. And then, there's all these preset characters too, and they have like expansions
Mm-hmm.
where it'll be like different. I'm sure it comes with missions, not missions, but whatever you would call it, like quests. You know.
Yeah.
And I'm told that, or I've heard, I guess, that some of those like campaigns can last like 10 hours,
Oh my god.
13 hours, like it's like a whole day, or like you have to like stop and come back to it.
Yeah.
Which sounds horrible, but I think I would be into that. Like I'd be into just because
Yeah.
like you have so much time to build up your character and you get so invested with it, you know? It'd be like a Final Fantasy game kind of.
Yeah, that's true. I think they did that on Stranger Things too. I think
Mhm.
they would go out or no, that's whenever
The Demigorgon.
yeah.
The very beginning.
Yeah, I think that's whenever Will's mom came to get him and he was like, I'm not done playing. But you've been playing for 10 hours. I know, but I'm not done.
Yeah.
We're still raiding or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. But man, I think it'd be cool. I think everybody would like to get into it.
Yeah.
Even though that sounds like a lot, I don't think it. Once you start doing it, it's really
Yeah.
intuitive, you know?
Well, yeah, and I think if you're having fun while you're doing it, it's not a lot.
Yeah.
It just sounds like 10 hours sounds like 10 hours is a long time.
Yeah, for sure it is. You would have to obviously do some planning ahead of time. It's
Yeah.
not just like hey, come over and do this real quick.
Hey, you want to come over real quick and play this game?
Yeah.
This 10-hour game?
But then again, people play Monopoly, which isn't that fun for like 5 hours.
Yeah.
And you know the whole fun of Monopoly is just beating people.
Yeah.
It's like getting more money than the person next to you.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, you wanted to buy this? I'll buy it."
You can buy it from me for all your monies and properties.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, then you start playing like freaking gangster moves.
Yeah. So you start dealing favors.
Yeah.
Well, one time me and Ebbs had gotten to the point where we ran out of money. So we had to start playing with poker chips. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
I know. It was a lot of money.
You
That
need
was
an
like
expansion pack that's just money.
That was like a 7-hour game too.
Jeez, dude. And it's just Monopoly.
It's just Monopoly, yeah.
Dude, like I'm pretty sure you would really like Zombiecide.
No, I'm excited. I can't wait to play it.
And then I'm curious about what other games are out there because it kind of opened up a whole new world to me.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the cool thing about it is it's literally almost just like playing a video game. You know, you don't get to the visuals aren't as good. You have to use your imagination more. But I think it's a better like hangout.
Yeah.
Like with your friends. You know.
Yeah.
So it's like
everybody's involved.
yeah. Sometimes it gets old going to the bar, like going dancing and stuff like that, or whatever. Like instead, like you just freaking buy a bunch of beer, order pizza, and then you're just chilling at the house. Like you got your freaking your characters and your little sheets and your experience points. And you're like, oh, give me another beer. You know, it's really fun.
Yeah. what if a rule like on the wheel? A rule on the wheel was to get another beer, you had to spend an action point or something. You know what I mean? Just kind of like a
to make it harder,
pejorative thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's cool. I'm gonna write that down.
It's like, oh damn it. Well, I could get another beer, but I also want to move my character or whatever. You know?
You're like, should I search this room or should I get a beer?
Should I get another beer? That's pretty cool.
Like, I don't want to wait a whole nother turn.
That's cool. I think the most intriguing aspect of it to me is, and I know it's not technically part of the official rules or anything, but the ability to make up your own rules and to see how creative you can get with it.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing about it is there is official rules, but they're just kind of like guidelines.
Yeah.
It all depends on the dungeon master.
Yeah.
Like the dude that dungeon masters when we go play, his name's Andy. He's like super cool, really creative guy, you know?
Mhm.
And I think like last time we were like waiting for a long time, and I was getting annoyed. I was like, where are these people? Because like, you know, we're supposed to be there at a certain time.
Yeah.
And then so we could start playing because it takes forever. And somebody was late, and then I was like, I feel like I should start out on level 2 because I had to wait here for so long. And he goes like this. You know what? I think your character was just training this whole time. He was waiting for these freaking other people to come. So you know what? You're level 2.
Oh, that's cool.
And I was like, fuck yeah. So I started on level 2. And he also really likes if you just make up cool scenarios. So even though the flow of the game, it has nothing to do with like the flow of the game or something like that.
Mhm.
Like you'll be like, I'm surrounded by zombies, you know, or something. And then I'm like, my character just shoots holes in the floor around him and escapes that way. Or I was like, there's no door. I'm like, he just shoots a hole in the wall. And he's like, that sounds awesome. Roll a dice.
Oh my god.
And it's like, if I roll like a 6 or something, he'll be like, you did it.
Oh.
But if it's like 5, he's like, sorry.
That's
Like,
pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Yep. In summation, I think everybody is a nerd. Just most people don't. They're not really out about it.
Yeah.
But
They don't want to admit it.
I think nerd things are the coolest things. They're the most fun.
Yeah. I agree.
If you just give into it, you'll have a good time.
Don't be afraid to have fun. And don't be afraid to say that you have fun doing these things.
Doing something
you know,
weird,
it's
right?
like,
Yeah.
why are you so scared of people making fun of you?
And actually nowadays, I think it's not really like frowned upon to be a nerd at all, you know? It's kind of hipster culture now.
Yeah. More people are coming out of the woodwork like, I've loved DBZ my whole life.
Yeah.
Even though I made fun of people for liking it.
I think it's our generation.
Yeah.
Not the millennial, but like specifically like if you graduated high school in 2009
Yeah.
or around that time.
Yeah.
Cause you know, we came up with all that nerd stuff, but
Yep.
you know, I played sports my whole life, and so I was kind of like on both sides of the fence.
Yeah.
But I was always just like, I like Final Fantasy games,
Yeah.
and you know,
there's nothing wrong. It doesn't make you less than anyone else, or you know,
Yeah.
it's just why does it matter what someone else likes? Just
yeah.
so if they like it, they like
But
it.
now it's cool to like anime. Like a lot of girls are into K-pop, and
Oh, yeah.
you know, going to conventions is a thing. You know, I feel like
Yeah.
I would say it's like almost like mainstream to go to conventions.
It's cultural appropriation, is what it is.
Yeah, it is. It stole that from the nerds.
From the nerds, yeah.
Yeah, but no, like anytime I tell people, they're like, "Oh, what are you doing today?" And I would say like, "I'm gonna play like basically Dungeons and Dragons."
Yeah.
They're never like, "What the heck? Like, are you you freaking weirdo?" You know, they're always like, "Oh, really? That sounds really cool." Like, you know, so I kind of tell them about it.
Newsflash, it is cool.
Yeah.
It's always been cool.
Yeah. So go do it. Go try it out. Find somebody who has it first, because I don't want you
Because
to.
it's really expensive.
Yeah, I don't want you to pay a bunch of money and then not like it. But you'll like it.
Have you some fun on that tabletop. Put that thing to use.
If your friends are cool, then y'all have a good time. And if they're not, then you need new friends.
This episode is a PSA for getting new friends.
All my friends are dead.
Yep.
Not really.
I
But
want to play it. I want you to bring it over here so we can play it here. Because
Okay.
we can't leave.
I would have to bring Tony though. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Let's have some fun. I want to play it.
Let's have some fun.
I want to beat some zombies.
We'll lick them all.
Lick them all. Lick them all to death.
That's a callback
to earlier this episode.
Yeah. It still counts.
All right. My turn? You want me to go now?
Go ahead, little boy.
All right. My interest of today, if you remember, is snide remarks.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because it's about Zack Snyder and the DCEU.
Extended Universe.
DC Extended Universe. Or as I like to say, the DCPU. Get it? You get it? It's shit right now. Thanks, man. Where am I at? There I am. It's almost objectively bad, especially when you point to examples like Suicide Squad and BVS, which I wanted so badly to be good. I'm a huge DC fan.
Yeah,
I love DC. Batman's my favorite. I know I'm wearing a Deadpool shirt right now. It's ironic. It's a slap in the face, but
what did you? I know pretty much across the board, people said that Batman versus Superman was bad.
Yeah,
but I still liked it. There's a lot of stuff about it. I also too was kind of like, meh,
I like parts of it. You know, I think Ben Affleck as Batman is, and I'll probably get a lot of flack for saying this, but I think he's like the definitive Batman.
Oh, I freaking love Ben Affleck as Batman.
He is fantastic as Batman.
He's awesome. But also too, one thing that a lot of people don't get is that era of Batman that he's portraying is supposed to be like later in life of Batman. He's supposed to be kind of the
Dark Knight Returns saga where he's technically retired. He's on the brink of basically just killing criminals because he's so tired of everything. He's fed up. He's jaded. He's old. You know, he's slower. He's more brittle, but at the same time, he still has like that will to fight. And I think Ben Affleck played that really well because granted, one thing I didn't necessarily like about it was or about his portrayal was that he did in fact kill some of those criminals, and it's like that's Batman's number. Even
he doesn't kill.
Yeah, even by the end of The Dark Knight Returns, he tries to kill Joker, but he doesn't ultimately succeed. But he doesn't kill anybody leading up to that. It's his number one rule, not to kill, because somebody killed his parents, and that's it had a huge effect on him.
Yeah. So
just to have him, just driving around in his Batmobile, shooting armored trucks with armor-piercing bullets, like what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
Throwing grenades back at henchmen and blowing them up and stuff. It's like, oh my god. But other than that,
who are you?
Yeah. Other than that, I think he is like the most solid portrayal of Batman.
Yeah.
And I love the fights in BVS. I think the fights were fantastic. They were huge fights.
Yeah.
But I think that film specifically, I think there's a good film there. But I think my biggest problem is with the editing of these movies because it just seems so patchy. Things don't flow the way they're supposed to. And God, man, they worked so long on BVS. They've got top quality actors. The story's good. I don't like the whole Bruce and Clark having their moms having the same name. It's like, oh, your mom's name is Martha too.
That was the number one cringe moment for me.
Yeah,
it's like, Martha? Why'd you just say Martha?
But that's my mom's name.
Your mom's Martha? My mom's Martha.
Yeah, I think that's such lazy writing. But
Did we just become best friends?
Other than that, I think they have some good material there, but it's just so cut up and patched up. It's just like, what am I watching? It's like it's schizophrenia. It just doesn't add up. Things don't make sense. They don't flow the way they're supposed to. There's no impact. I don't feel an impact when I'm watching them. So, so kicking off the DCEU was Man of Steel, which was super polarizing. A lot of people didn't like it. Some people did like it. I loved it.
I liked it.
Yeah, I loved
liked
it.
it.
I like the non-linear storytelling that they had going on,
Oh yeah.
and the more like rugged Superman 2. You know how he his whole life was like a trial by fire. You know, and he wasn't the standard just it's me Superman. Do-gooder Boy Scout. You know, like it's like this guy is
bananas.
Yeah, this guy's been through some shit, and then the fact that he has to kill Zod at the end of the movie, and I know that's another big thing. I think the way they did it for Man of Steel was the right way to do it because of course Superman, he doesn't kill either. You know, it's a big thing for him. But in order to save that family that Zod was about to kill, and basically to save the universe too, because he can't let Zod get away. He has to kill him.
Well, in the old ones with the shaky guy, you know what I'm talking about?
Shaky guy.
Yeah, the actor got Parkinson's.
With Christopher Reeve.
Yeah, Christopher Reeve.
He was paralyzed. He didn't get Parkinson's.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
He literally couldn't move.
Well,
he was a quad.
The not shaky guy then. The very still guy.
Yeah.
But sorry.
He's so calm.
He like trapped Zod and his homeboys in like this weird glass thing that I think was supposed to be another dimension.
Is that where he took it off his chest and threw it at him? Right.
I think so. And then he like sent that thing out into space.
Yeah. That's how. I think that's how they did it in the comic too. But I mean, it technically wouldn't be killing them.
Yeah,
it's just
they're
banishing
still alive,
them. Yeah,
they're just floating around the cosmos.
But on this one, I think Zod's henchman died too. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I remember vividly him snapping Zod's neck, and a lot of people were pissed off about that. And I was like, that's great storytelling.
Yeah,
that's fantastic storytelling. And you could see how it affected him too, because he's just screaming and crying by the end of it because he had to do it.
He's like Jean-Claude Van Damme in Bloodsport.
I haven't seen it. Is it? Are the twins in that one?
You haven't seen Bloodsport?
I've not.
Dude.
So yeah, and then when they announced BVS, I was like, oh hell yeah! And then they announced Ben Affleck cast as Batman. I was like, oh hell yeah!
He was yoked too, by the way.
Oh my god, he was massive. And the guy, he's like 6'4" too.
Yeah, he's a giant.
So, and then for his chest to be basically this big, he was like a perfect portrayal of Batman. And then, man, when that first trailer dropped, I could not have been more excited. I was like, this is it. We finally get to see them on screen fighting each other.
Yeah. Fast forward.
Yeah. And then that was a teaser that they dropped. And then they dropped the first official trailer. And I was like, still looks amazing. Still excited to see it. And then they dropped the third trailer and it showed Doomsday in it. I was like, why the hell would you do that?
Yeah.
Why would you show the ace up the sleeve in a trailer?
Yeah, as soon as that happened, I was like, Superman dies.
Yeah.
Because in the
Doomsday,
comic books,
Yeah. And that's a good assessment too. I was just like, well, now we know obviously by the end of it they're going to be friends. It's like there's the entire premise of Batman versus Superman was that they fight. The stakes were real. And then as soon as they showed Doomsday in the trailer, it's like, well, that premise is nothing now. It doesn't mean anything.
I was also sad that I already knew that Superman doesn't really die. He just goes into like a suspended sleep thing. Because I was like, if I didn't know that at the end of this movie, I would have been like, oh my God.
Oh, no.
What the hell happened, But
so again, I thought parts of it were cool. I even thought Jesse Eisenberg as Lex was decent. He wasn't like the typical big brawny Lex or whatever, but he was demented, which I thought was cool.
He's okay.
Yeah, see, like I didn't hate him. I definitely didn't love him.
I think you should stick to magic.
Yeah. Where's Woody Harrelson? And and like I said, I felt like there was a decent movie there, but the way that they cut it up and editing it was just a mess to watch.
Yeah. It's kind of like me and Natalie were watching stand-up comedians yesterday. And this one guy had a piece of paper with him, and we're watching it on Netflix, but and a pen. So obviously he's working on new material and stuff. And he would like tell a joke and like finish it, like the punchline and stuff. and then he would like write something, and so it would be some like you know what's weird about Christmas trees? Why are they pointy? And then he would like write something, and then he would just be like, "Y'all ever seen a car before?" Like you know, like he was just like jumping around.
What the hell?
Or like his jokes were funny, but like Natalie was like, "I hate how like scattered he is." You know,
sporadic and
yeah. And then right after that, we saw another comedian, and every single premise like led into each other.
Yeah, there
like,
you go.
Not even really by segue, but it was just like, you know, by the end
Each
of the
one
joke,
had,
like it wasn't really like a punchline, but it was like by the end of all the funny things about this one thing, like that last thing was the beginning of the first part of the funny thing, the next thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like there was a thread that bound all of them.
Yeah, that's how a movie should be.
Yes. Listen up, Zack Snyder. Oh, by the way, if I didn't mention it, Zack Snyder is like the head of the DCEU. He directed Man of Steel, Justice League, and BVS. So he's like he oversees all of it. So
why is it the EU though? Because shouldn't the movies be canon? Or I guess the comic book is canon, right?
I think they're just calling it the extended universe because of how far out these films are going. The individual films, because they had Wonder Woman and Man of Steel so far. Those are the only two individual films that tie it all together.
Yeah.
I think that's why they're going by it. Plus, it's cool too because they have elements of some of their non-canon stories in there. Like in BVS, they had parts of Injustice in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Remember the nightmare that Batman had, and it's like the desert, and you had the creatures flying down, and then Superman. There were all those military guys, and they all had like the Superman symbol on their arms. Yeah, and then Superman came down, and they kneel to him. Yeah. It's just like Injustice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And the Injustice storyline is so sick. So it's cool that they were kind of incorporating. So like they have good ideas, you know what I mean, to incorporate stuff like that we haven't actually seen on screen. But it's like they can't execute it. It's like they have no idea how to do it. Once they get in the editing bay, it's like they lose function, of the function of their brains. And then after BVS, Suicide Squad came out. So I saw the trailer for the casting. I was like, Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. That's perfect. She's gonna nail it. She's a fantastic actress. And then they said Jared Leto as Joker, and I was like, Jared Leto is a great actor. I was like, if anybody could do it after Heath Ledger, it would be Jared Leto.
Yep. And everybody hated on like the gangster Joker thing, but I kind of liked it.
Yeah, I didn't mind. I thought it made sense within the universe that they're creating, So people were like, "Oh, he doesn't look like that." It's like, well, obviously he doesn't look like that, jackass. It works within that universe that they're creating. And I was like,
that's the thing a lot of people don't get about comic books either is that there's like I think in DC and Marvel they both operate in multiverse theory, so there's like hundreds of variations of every single character.
There's in the Flashpoint series, there's instead of Bruce's parents dying in that alley, Bruce dies in the alley, and his dad Thomas Wayne becomes Batman, and and his mom becomes Joker.
What the hell?
Yeah, dude, it's great. It is a great story.
Is her name Martha?
Martha Wayne.
Martha Fokker.
Martha. And so so once they released the casting, I was like, this is gonna be dope. And then the first trailer dropped, and I was like, great, because they had Bohemian Rhapsody playing. It's like, this is cool. This looks great to me. And then and I know that people usually get on to me because I trust Rotten Tomatoes pretty fervently because I find myself agreeing with them more often than not. Again, there are tons of movies that I love that Rotten Tomatoes hates, but most of the time I find myself agreeing with them. So I felt like I learned my lesson after BVS because as soon as Suicide Squad was released, I looked at the ratings for it and it was like 20% or something. And I was like, well, I'm not going to spend my money on this. I'm just going to wait until it comes out. And everybody that went to go see it, they were like, it's bad. It's not good.
Yeah.
And all the reviews for it, just people saying it's just not good. And then it finally came out, and and Andy bought it. My dad
Yeah.
bought it. He loves it. He loves Suicide Squad. He's like,
It doesn't surprise me.
he's like, you want to come over and watch it? And I was like, okay. So we went over, and I wanted to tear my eyes out the whole time.
Yeah.
It just there, in my opinion, there was almost nothing good about it.
I think it would have been good if they made a separate Joker and Harley Quinn movie.
That'd
and
be
then,
cool.
Then later left a lot of that like kind of backstory ish stuff out
Yeah.
of Suicide Squad and made it more like centralized,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, I think I know why they did it that way, because the Suicide Squad storyline, that's pretty much exactly how it happens.
Yeah.
It's like the Joker gets out and he keeps trying to infiltrate to get Harley back.
Yeah.
So by the end of it, their main enemy is the Joker. But in Suicide Squad, he was just like this annoying ghost that would just pop up in places. Like, where's Harley? And it's like,
Yeah.
don't you do anything else? Don't you think about anything else, you weirdo? And then, God, the dialogue. Oh my God, the dialogue was so bad.
Yeah.
And everything was, it was just so by the book, so
It's so
plain.
It's so comic book sounding.
Yeah.
Which those like when was that written? 1, 2, like I don't know.
I think in the 80s, 90s, something like that.
yeah. So there you go.
Yeah. There were no chances taken. Everything, it was like, put this ragtag group of guys together to
Yeah.
defeat this, or to do this. I don't remember what the freaking mission was, but by the end of it, it's like, oh no, there's a big bad guy who's going to destroy the world. Got to save the world. It's like,
Yeah.
there's nothing exciting about this.
Sorry. Go
Good.
ahead.
I was gonna say, you took a property that was like inherently on the fringe, just because most of these are side characters, and they're also bad guys at the same time who
Yeah.
are just roped together.
And they're supposed to still be bad.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah, they're
just-
still supposed to be bad.
They do good for this thing, but they're not like in Suicide Squad, they try to make you like them.
Yeah.
And they try to like make them be like, oh, they're bad, but they have a good side too.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that's not really how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Which, granted, Deadshot, he does have that past with his daughter, so he's
Mhm.
like a mercenary for hire or whatever, but still that soft spot. And then I think Killer Croc too, because he was I forgot what happened to him, but he was supposed to be just like a normal guy and now he's a freaking crocodile, but he keeps getting messed with.
Mhm.
But other than that, it's like these are supposed to be like the worst of the worst. And Rick
Yeah.
Flag, who is the leader, is just a normal guy who's working for Amanda Waller, and he's like the worst character in the entire thing too. It's like,
Yeah.
how are you worse than these murderous psychopaths?
Yeah.
It's like
so dumb.
nothing about it added up.
I think they're trying to be Guardians of the Galaxy, kind of. You
Yeah,
know, like the group of misfits, and they save the world.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing that set them back was because of how dark and dismal BVS was. They wanted a change, so they tried too hard to lighten it up. And going back to the editing, the studio liked the trailer so much, and they liked how well it was received by people, that they gave the movie to the trailer company to edit. Yeah, the movie trailer company.
That's weird.
That's dumb.
That's
It's so dumb. That's not even one of those like, it's so crazy it might work things. It's just like, what are you doing?
The whole movie became a 2-hour-long montage.
Yeah. Well, my history professor, smart guy. So I had him fix my car for me. I had him take apart my engine and put it back together. He's a smart guy. He should be able to get it done.
Yeah.
No. That's not how it works. You leave it to the professionals. So it's mostly editing the problems that I have. So yeah, that movie was shit. I don't ever want to see it again. But
So how'd you feel about keep on to say Avenger, freaking Justice League?
I thought it was shit too.
For real?
I did, dude. I didn't.
I liked it.
I thought Wonder Woman is the only one that I've liked out of all the DC films. And even that one,
Oh yeah, it was good.
it was good.
Wonder
Yeah,
Woman was good.
and even that one, I'm not like, it's amazing. It's a good movie. It's a good origin story.
I didn't want to watch it at first because I thought it was gonna be chock full of feminism. You know, and it actually like wasn't.
No, I'm glad.
It wasn't anti-man at all or anything.
No,
like that.
not at all. Patty Jenkins, the director, is solid in every aspect, and she really crafted a great story, and I cared about every character there. I didn't feel like it's being preached to or anything like that. I didn't feel like I had to care for these characters because they're the main characters or anything. No, like the stakes felt real, which is cool. The only thing I would say I probably didn't like was the main villain. He was okay. He wasn't bad, but he was okay. You know, it's like it's not a bad thing, really. You know.
Yeah, but I think that's a major qualm for me of any origin story is that they don't put much thought into the villain.
Yeah,
it's kind of like an afterthought. It's like they're trying to introduce all this backstory and get the character rolling,
and then they're like, "Oh shit, we need a conflict."
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, there's this guy,
this god. He's a god." By the beard of Diana Prince.
Ew.
So yeah, I would compare Wonder Woman, which in my opinion is the best of the DCEU, with a pretty standard good Marvel film, basically. Like the first Captain America movie. That's what I would compare it to. Not just because of the time, but just because of the nature of just introducing the characters. You know, it was good. The film is a good movie. Justice League, I hated it, man. It was so, in my opinion, it was so thin. It just there's no real depth to it, you know. And I know why they did that. It's because again they're trying to get away from the dark, dismal thing that they had going with BVS, and they're trying to lighten things up more. And I think they overused Flash for that. Yeah.
For me, it felt like an origin story. I mean,
yeah,
not technically it's an origin.
It was for 3 of the main characters.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's like the origin of a group.
Yeah,
like how they
come together.
Yeah, how they become friends, just as friends. I mean, how they become league, whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
and origin stories, they're necessary, but
they're so hard to get through sometimes, you know.
Yeah, it's like what you say, like thin. Like to me, I just feel like it's a straightforward as fuck storyline.
Yeah,
like it's like this happens, then this happens. There's a bad guy. They gotta band together because they can't. One of them can't beat him.
Yeah.
Then this happened, you know, and then they beat him. Okay, cool.
And I'm wondering if I'm just looking too far into it, but it's so hard for me to just kind of be okay with that, especially since Steppenwolf is supposed to be like a big badass. But at no point during that entire movie did I feel that anyone was really in danger.
Yeah, me neither.
There was no stakes.
It's like he's trying to collect the things, and then I don't know. It's just I wasn't that scared of him.
Yeah, exactly. You're supposed to be, because he's supposed to be this big badass. And granted, the scenes that he was in, especially that war that they had with the Amazonians and the lanterns, it was cool that they finally showed the lanterns.
Yeah,
like, he was just slaughtering people. I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. But then he gets to Earth, and it's like, I'm gonna choke you. I'm gonna throw you, and oh no, Superman's here. He's gonna kick my ass. It's like,
yeah, that's another thing I really like. I mean, I know Superman is supposed to be like really OP, but I feel like that final battle was just so cut and dry. There was no, there wasn't any, like
no pizzazz,
Yeah, I guess there wasn't any twists where. They might not make it. Oh no!
Oh, yeah.
And then something happens, and it's like, oh, then they save it. Like I was telling Natalie, if they wanted to spend a little more time on it, they should have done this thing that they do in anime a lot, which is why a lot of people like it, which is where the overpowered main character gets completely destroyed by the bad guy, and in order to come back from it, he has to like ascend to a new level. Like I know they don't really have that for Superman. He can't really like go Super Saiyan or something, but like at least some kind of thing where they were losing, for a little bit, and then they had to like Not just like Superman's a badass. I'll just beat you up. It's like, but then they kind of did where it's like, oh, Superman has to go rescue some civilians real quick.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's kicking her ass again.
Yeah.
But then he just comes back and he's like, you suck.
I thought that was the smartest thing for them to do was because Superman is obviously so OP.
Yeah.
He was whooping Steppenwolf's ass.
Yeah.
He stood no chance. But then he stopped and he was like, civilians.
Yeah.
And Batman's like, well, Flash take care of it. He's like, no, there's too many. I was like, that's genius.
Because
otherwise,
it shows the teamwork too.
It does. And otherwise, Steppenwolf would be dead like that. And it's like, that was the final fight. They had to stretch it out somehow.
Yeah.
I thought that was the smartest thing that they did. But
it wasn't enough for me.
yeah, it felt so short. And I don't mean short runtime. I just mean everything happened. It escalated so quickly. There were no real stakes, and then it was over. I took Isaac to go see it. He was like, oh, that's okay. And while we were there, I was ordering like beer after beer, and I was like, I got to go pee. I'm just gonna stroll my way down this hallway to that bathroom, and I walked as slow as I could. I peed, washed my hands, walked as slow as I could back. I sat back down. I was like, did I miss anything? And he goes, no.
No.
I was like, there were no stakes for me to get back into the theater.
And they try to add like a little bit of character arc.
Yeah.
Where he's like, Diana, why can't you let go of the past? And stuff like that. And it was just like, it was just so thin.
Yeah.
Like,
there's no substance. I didn't feel. I didn't feel there was any substance. And again, I think they overused Flash because they wanted it to be as close to a Marvel movie as possible because they see the method works. I think they overused him. I think comedic timing is a very important thing, and once it's overused, that it's too much.
mm-hmm.
Cyborg was actually my favorite character because he was the only person with like more than one dimension to him. He was conflicted, but he also wanted to help. But then he also had this space alien Steppenwolf demon inside of him too. So I was like, this is great. And I've never really been a big Cyborg fan, but I don't really think anybody is. But but in this,
probably racist.
No. But in this, he was the only thing in the movie that actually had depth to it. Even though there was those scenes where Bruce and Diana would be talking about, oh, this is my life is this, and oh, we need Superman because of this, and just nothing that they were saying had me going like, that's pretty good. It had me thinking. No,
Soka.
Yeah, nothing about it. The movie is like saran wrap, just because of how thin and just transparent and just I don't know, one dimensional it is.
It keeps your vegetables fresh.
It keeps your vegetables fresh, and that's all this movie's good for. Personally, man, I don't know where they're going with the DCEU, but I hope they find their way. I really do, because these are some of my favorite characters in just fiction in general, and just to see the dumb, like, bumbling mistakes that they make and the bad renditions, and it's heartbreaking to me.
Oh snap! Speaking of freaking Deadpool, did you see the in teaser, the post credit teaser of the Justice League or whatever?
No, which one?
It was freaking Slade Wilson.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, the after credits. There's 2 after credits scenes.
Yeah,
the first one. I thought the first one was pretty good. Whenever Flash and Superman are racing.
Oh
and
yeah.
Flash is like, finally,
Yeah.
I was like, that's cool. That's that's great. And then it was like what are they called? The League of League of Doom, League of Shadows.
Oh yeah, League of Doom.
I think it's the League of Doom, something like that. There's also the Injustice League.
No, wait, I don't think it's the League of Doom. It's something of Doom, right?
I think so. Yeah.
The Doom Friends.
The Doom Friends. And it's Lex on a yacht, and then Deathstroke pops up, and I was like, looks pretty cool. But then again, I'm not excited. I when I look at that, I don't get excited anymore.
To be honest, me neither. Just because I know Deathstroke was first, but I've always liked Deadpool better.
Yeah. Deadpool is definitely the more interesting of the two. But I mean,
Ryron. Come on.
come on. But
You seen his abs?
whenever I see trailers or new information about a new DC film, I'm just like, it's a coin toss at this point. But whenever the Avengers trailer dropped, I was like, on it. I need to watch that right now. Watched it, blown away. Looks great. Looks awesome. It's just night and day. It really, to me, seems like good movies, bad movies.
Yeah.
You know? And it sucks because I don't want it to be that way.
I actually want to go back and rewatch all the Avengers before this Avengers comes out.
Yeah.
Affinity Wars.
Affinity. It's a good one.
Yeah. And it doesn't freaking what's his face come back? Thanos?
Yeah. Oh, this is the battle with Thanos because they've been teasing him throughout almost all the films.
They've been teasing him.
They've been teasing specifically the jewels.
Do you think
the stones, the affinity stones?
I want Guardians of the or what's her name? Gamora, because he's her dad, right?
Thanos?
Yeah.
Her like foster dad, because he took her and destroyed her planet.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Never mind. I thought it was her dad.
I wonder if Thanos actually does have kids, because that'd be pretty cool. But he looks kind of weird. Did you see all the memes when after the trailer?
No, I
dropped?
didn't see the memes, but I know he looks like a freaking scrotum.
They're replacing his face with like a baby's face, dude. But I'm so excited for it. I'm glad I get to see the Guardians on screen with the Avengers too. It's just, this is cool. This is the way
they are doing that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, on the trailer they show it, but
I don't watch trailers anymore. I know y'all talked about it on Film Roll, but
and granted I don't either, but you know, Avengers and the Marvel films, I don't really think there's a lot to spoil for me there.
I don't care.
Like the stakes aren't really that high for me. It's like, okay, cool. I'm excited to see this type of thing.
Yeah.
But Marvel did it right. They released the individual films first. They built everything up over the course of the years, and then they brought them together in a great film.
Yeah.
And then they kept it. You know, you don't just go straight into, you know, Batman vs Superman. Oh, and then Justice League. Oh, we got to catch up. You know, it's just it's so obviously rushed that it's to the studio's detriment.
Word.
And that sucks. That sucks so bad.
Word. You know what? To prove your point, you know, our podcast is basically just a conversation between us, you know?
Yep.
And I keep just wanting to steer it to Marvel stuff. Like, I just want to keep talking to you about Marvel stuff, and I just have to keep being like, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about DC and how much they're not doing that great.
And notice how unexcited I am to talk about this. I'm not excited at all. I want to get it off my chest how upset I am about the whole thing, because again, I love these characters. These stories have told themselves already. Just put them on the screen. You don't have to butcher it. It's Marvel is just doing it so much better, I think. And granted, I know it's arbitrary to kind of pit one against the other, but I mean, they're the two big players in the industry when it comes to these superhero films. So why not?
Yeah.
Good example, a bad example.
Yeah.
Just cut and dry. Just like all the freaking DC movies, just cut and dry.
and like with the Flash thing, it was especially apparent, like the fact that they overused him, like trying to be funny.
Yeah.
It was especially apparent because I saw Thor Ragnarok, like not that soon before I saw Justice League, and which was pretty funny.
Yeah.
It was like pretty hilarious.
I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Go watch it.
We'll have to wait until it comes out. Don't get Thor down to smash my face in with a hammer.
He'll do it. No, because you're not that tall.
Good. For once, that works for me.
He defends the people of Midgard, which is Earth,
against the giants, whom they force into slavery.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the story I told.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if that was slavery so much as like a shirking. What's it called when you don't follow through with the deal?
I don't know. Shadiness, a certain shady practice.
Just like making a deal and then not doing it,
and then freaking killing him at the end.
Yeah, but hey, they got a cool horse.
But they got a cool horse. Hey, Loki got some horse dick. Congrats, Loki.
Well, that's a horse of a different color.
It sure is. Past Alex. It sure is. So yeah, Zack Snyder, get it together. Please.
Sounds like a teenager. I don't know what he looks like, but if you're like, hey, do you know Zack Snyder? In my mind, I picture a teenager.
You think of like a jock.
With a neck beard.
Ugh.
So there we have it. Do you have any closing thoughts on that?
Yeah, DC, get better. DCEU, get better.
DCEUGB.
Did you hear about what Marvel's doing?
Maybe, I don't know.
After the
it's
end,
kind of vague.
After the end of crap, what's the last? I forget what the last movie is for this entire phase that they're doing. But after this, they said they have about 20 more to go.
20 movies?
Think about it. There's been like 16 or 17 Marvel movies that have come out in these past almost 10 years, something like that. However long it's been. They have 20 more planned. And they're not going to include the same characters that we have, that we know.
Yeah.
It's going to be a whole brand new thing. 20 more.
I'm super excited.
I am too.
I just hope they don't Fast and the Furious it.
Oh, God. I'm surprised they haven't already. Because there's so many movies. There's so many different directors and stories to tell.
Yeah.
It could collapse at any moment. But so far, I haven't seen a bad one. You know, I'd say Iron Man 2 is probably the worst one for me. And that was just, it was okay. But I haven't seen one where I was just like, this ruined everything.
I feel like it's a skyscraper made out of Jenga pieces.
Any second now. It's like any second now.
Yeah.
Man, I'm just so sad that DC couldn't do it. They just couldn't do it.
See what we did again? We just started talking about Marvel some more.
We can't. Again, good example, bad example. Yeah, that's it. I'll stop there before I start bringing up more Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, did you hear about? I'm just kidding.
Suck it, DC.
Suck it, DC. God.
Okay. What binds these two interests today?
Creativity done right is a beautiful thing.
Well spoken, my friend.
Think so?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Done right.
Done right. Yeah.
Is a beautiful thing.
Because it's not just like if you build it, they'll come, you know? It's like, you got to do it right.
If you build it, sure, they'll come. But if you do it right, they'll keep coming. Yeah. I won't go back and watch Suicide Squad.
I feel like you're a walking fortune cookie, just spitting out proverbs.
Well, I'm a dad now, so.
Oh, yeah. You got dad wisdom.
I got that dad wisdom.
Dang.
I'm already getting that dad back, too. When I get up, I'm like,
yeah. You should stretch out your traps.
Yeah. I should probably work out after picking him up so many times a day.
Yeah,
my chubby little boy.
You can do the mom workout. I think if you look on Pinterest, there's stuff like you work out like with your baby.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, not like your baby works out too.
What?
Yeah, like that. They do stuff or they like hold them like that and then like do squats. Or
Are you serious?
Yeah, for real.
It's so dangerous. Why?
I don't think it is.
Get a 10-pound dumbbell, and I would rather work out with anything but my baby. Just imagine doing like a.
But it's like you're working out while you're doing normal things.
Well, okay, so these are skull crushers, but what are these right here? Imagine doing that with your baby, like holding him by his feet and just like working out your tris. Yeah.
By his feet. Yeah, well, I don't think moms are doing it for bodybuilding. You know, I think they're just trying to not be fat.
Then they're doing it wrong.
Oh yeah,
curls, like
baby curls.
Oh man, that's pretty good.
Chest workout. You gotta like hold it. Do flies.
Like flies, yeah. You don't do it with twins though.
Yeah.
No kiss.
Oh, you're holding their head.
Yeah.
So you're not supporting their neck then?
No, you gotta hold their head. Their body will support their neck.
Their spine will support their spine.
It's okay. They'll be all right. Their bones are made of rubber at this point.
Oh, dude, PT dubs. When your baby's like 1 or 2, or whenever, you should teach him to stretch. Because apparently, you know how they're super flexible as babies?
Oh yeah.
And as they get older, you like lose it?
Yeah.
Like apparently, if you just keep them flexible, like as they grow, then they can be like even more flexible.
Really?
Like it's like, yeah. Like
Okay.
the splits is nothing. Like they'll be going beyond splits.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they'll like, you know, kick the ceiling and stuff.
Holy hell.
So I don't know if you want to put him in martial arts or something, but
I'm excited to see what he get it.
if you do, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I want to see what he's interested in. And
He'd be a little ninja baby.
I've had so many people ask me like, "Are you gonna make him a drummer?" It's like, no, I'm not gonna make him a drummer. I'm gonna
Yeah.
see. I want to
If
see.
he likes it.
I want to see what he likes.
Yeah,
And just back him up on that. You know.
that's good parenting, I think.
Thanks, man. That's another reason why his name has nothing to. The only thing his name has in common with anybody in my family is the last name Gomez.
Oh yeah,
Orion Alexander. That name has no ties to anybody in the family.
he's a celestial hunter and a great conqueror.
Yes, he is. So that because of that, he doesn't have the namesake or anything like that.
He has a belt.
He's gonna forge his own way. That
Mm.
name is his name. It doesn't belong
That's
to
cool.
anybody else. He forges
Except
his own
me.
way. Oh yeah, I forgot your middle name is Orion.
Shit. No, it's not.
Is it
Alfredo.
Galapagos?
You
Oh.
already know that was Alfredo.
It is?
I've told you that like 5 times.
Have you really?
Yeah.
I really don't remember
You
that.
did the same exact thing every
Do I
time
really?
too. Yeah,
It is?
yeah. You're like, what?
What? Are you serious?
Yeah, and then you make some kind of pasta reference.
Well, I have been thinking about Olive Garden for a
I'm
little
just gonna
while.
stop you while you're ahead of schedule. So.
Linguini sounds good right now, Mr. Alfredo.
I know, huh? I love Olive Garden.
I do too. All right. Well, that's all I had for mine. That's the thread that binds. We don't have any voicemails this week.
Wow. Call us, guys.
Yeah, call us.
Give us calls. Give us emails. We'll stop making fun of you guys, I guess. Probably not, but
Is that why you guys stopped calling us?
we won't be
Because
so
make fun of
mean.
you? Yeah, we ain't got no voicemails. We ain't got no emails. I think people are upset because we took that hiatus.
Took a little time off.
Yeah.
Take time where the water hand.
Sometimes it likes to heal.
Where
So if you do want to reach out to us,
can they do it?
if you want us to make fun of your voice, or if you want to make fun of us with your voice, it is 682-422-9458. Just leave us a voicemail. We will play it on the air. If it's funny, if it's good, if you make fun of us and it's funny and good, we will definitely play it.
Yep.
And you can email us at idiotsyncraticpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Let's hear from you. We're all my Portugalians. We need to hear about you and net neutrality.
They all follow Portuguese.
And China. China's got no net neutrality rules.
I'm gonna be over there.
So when you get over there,
I'm gonna try to Google something. No, I don't think they have Google.
insert 1 yen to go to Google.
It's like it's yuan or something like that.
It's Manbang.
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 I can only repeat manbang when you say manbang.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's a weird tick.
Manbang.
Manbang. You know what I'm saying?
Them damn Koreans.
Yay.
Oh wait, shit.
Probably racist.
Where's my racist button?
Wish I could find it. I wish I could find it. You got anything else to add?